Lizarraga taking on Welcome Nisita for the vacant IBF Featherweight Championship of the World. Tonight, Hector Lizarraga, a master of that punishing body shot, has his focus totally on a world championship. Former world champion Welcome Nisita has plans to bring that championship belt back to his native South Africa. All right, Bob Sheridan back here. We want to welcome some other people. We're going to some 10,000 bars on the U.S. satellite broadcasting system in Kingvision. It'll fight, and the fighters will begin to make the individual ways into the ring for the vacant IBF Featherweight Championship of the World. Hector Lizarraga and Welcome Nisita coming into the ring. Here's Welcome Nisita. He's coming off a third-round knockout over Francisco Valenzuela. That fight took place in January of this year down in South Africa. You've got Manuel Stewart, as you see there, working with him. There's a flag of South Africa. This is his 10th title fight. The book on him, Quick Hands, former champion, you know. 1990, he won the title and defended it 6 times. Then he lost the title to Kennedy McKinley, and then lost the rematch again to Kennedy. And since then, he's reeled off 6 straight wins dating back to 1994. He's the first world champion from the Eastern Cape province in South Africa, and they absolutely love him down there. And I know all you people that are watching in South Africa tonight, I want to give you a special welcome because I know this is a big night for you and Welcome Nisita. And here's Hector Lizarraga. This guy you're going to love to watch too because he's a great, and when I don't say great about a lot of things that a lot of guys do, but this guy, I use the term specifically, he's a great body puncher. He's never been down in his career. His last loss was 6 years ago. In June of '94, he won the IBF Intercontinental Featherweight title, beating Cedric Mingo. He's reeled off 7 wins since taking the title. Record 33-8-5, 19 KOs, and he's got a great corner with him. Tony Trudnick is his chief second, but you saw Duke Durden and Big Jeff Gramoja in there. Gramoja, one of the best cut men in all of boxing, and Duke Durden, one of the best camp coordinators of them all. Duke, of course, engineered the career of Tom Boom Boom Johnson, the brilliant featherweight champion of the world, who lost his title to Prince Nassim. Well, let's take a look at this fight. Hector Lizarraga and Welcome Nisita. The tail of the tape tells us a few things. First off, there's a height difference. An inch in height. Lizarraga is shorter. The weight, about 1.5 pounds lighter is Lizarraga. The age, 1 year difference, and Lizarraga in the all-important reach has a 2-inch advantage. He's coming off a May TKO win in Las Vegas over Marcelo Rodriguez. These are the rules under which it'll be contested. It's the 10-point must scoring system. Again, it's the unified rules. No standing 8 count, no 3 knockdown rule, and a fighter cannot be saved by the bell in any round. Only the referee can stop the fight. So the stage is set. Welcome Nisita with his flag, and Hector Lizarraga of Fresno, California, are set to do battle for the IBF Featherweight Championship of the World. Here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Well, fans, we continue with our action. This bout coming away, our second World Championship attraction, once again brought to you by Don King Productions and USSB. This bout, once again, is sanctioned by the International Boxing Federation. The president, Robert Lee Sr., supervisor for this bout, Robert Lee Jr., along with the Florida State Athletic Commission. Now introducing our judges who will score this bout from ringside. We have Eugene Grant, Jay Cassis, and Bill Ray. And presenting our referee in charge, the third man in the ring is Armando Garcia. All right, fans, here we go with the vacant IBF Featherweight Championship of the World, scheduled 12 rounds of boxing. I introduce you first on my left, fighting out of the blue corner, entering the ring wearing white trunks, and joining us all the way from Mandansane, South Africa. He weighed in at the featherweight limit, 126 pounds even. His outstanding record stands at 40 wins, 2 losses, 21 wins coming by way of knockout. He is the former IBF Junior Featherweight World Champion, currently ranked the IBF #2 featherweight contender in the world. Introducing, welcome, Hector. And his opponent across the ring on my right, fighting out of the red corner in this 12-round vacant World Championship bout. Entering the ring wearing white trunks with red and green trim, and joining us from Fresno, California. He weighed in at a trim and ready 124.5 pounds with a record of 33 wins, 8 losses, and 5 draws. He has 19 wins coming by way of knockout. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the IBF #1 ranked featherweight contender in the world, introducing Hector Lizarraga. And once again, Armando Garcia, our referee in charge.
Hector, welcome. I gave you instructions in the dressing room. Protect yourself at all times. I expect you to obey my commands at all times, okay? This is a good, clean punch right here, okay? And so is this right here, okay? Good. Keep your punches up. Watch the headbutts, okay? Good luck. Okay. May the best man win.
All right, we're just about set to go. They've got a common opponent. Both of them fought Narciso Valenzuela. Valenzuela was defeated by Lizarraga in 10 rounds, and then he fought the first time back in '91 to a technical draw.
Back in the corner, welcome.
Valenzuela was knocked out by Ncita in the 3rd round of his fight in 1997. Ncita's had 10 title fights, and this is the first title fight for Lizarraga. Ncita's fought a lot of good fighters, too. Guys like Rado Lopez, Sugar Baby Rojas. A couple of times he fought him. Here we go, round #1. This is scheduled for 12. It's the IBF Featherweight Championship of the World. That's the 126-pound division, and a good one. Lizarraga can do it all. He's a complete fighter. Look at this guy with a jab in the face of Ncita. Ncita told us yesterday he was taking his title back to South Africa come heck or high water. And the solid white trunks of Ncita from Don Senses, South Africa, in his 10th title fight. Lizarraga doesn't seem to be worried about the fact that he's in his first title fight. He's undefeated since 1991, ranked #1 in the IBF. Ncita right now for this vacant title is ranked #2 by the IBF. So you've got 1 and 2 here. Watch Lizarraga go to the body. That time he caught him in the head, but watch him try to work the body. Ncita's aware of it. You see the way he's bending at the trunk, but watch the way Lizarraga digs behind the right elbow of the former champ. One of the great guys for doing that, of course, is Julio Cesar Chavez, and his eek is just a master. And Lizarraga, textbook. See that right there, that shot right there? That's the shot that he builds up points, and he also builds up a lot of confidence, and it really hurts when you tag down there. See that shot? Those are just around the liver area, and they hurt. His body punches, and I said, remember at the top, that this guy is a great body puncher, and he is. Edwin Rosario was a good body puncher. Look at these shots. See him digging down there. Now you see the way he winces, bringing that right elbow down. That opens him up for the left hook upstairs. Boy, I'll tell you, Lizarraga is just totally outboxing Ncita in this first round. Ncita looks slow. He's a good fighter. You can tell that as he goes with the right-hand lead. But this guy, Lizarraga, looks like a complete fighter to me. He's been well schooled. Hector Lizarraga is his trainer and has done a nice job. And look at that. Oh, digging body shots. Look at both sides. Then he comes back upstairs. When he comes down to protect the lower ribs in his rib cage, Lizarraga comes right back upstairs. This kid is a good-looking featherweight. He's fighting like Boom Boom Johnson did when he was at the height of his career. Who was one of the great featherweights, and he was also handled by Duke Durden and Jeff Gramosia. It's all Lizarraga here in the early going. Look at the body shots, then back upstairs with the right hand. Oh, boy, this is a good-looking fighter, Lizarraga. Digs behind that elbow again. He's just really having a feel there. Now look at Ncita trying to pick up the pace. He's not short on courage and bravado at all. Oh, man, look at the left hooks. Oh, well, you'll watch him, but I'll tell you, this kid looks like a complete fighter to me.
Time!
All right, let's go over to Lizarraga's corner. I want to hear what they have to say over there.
Mike. He's got a little nick. You're trying to do this. Yeah, I know, but you're doing everything wrong, okay? So you can't really keep letting
this is not Lizarraga's corner. This is Nacita's corner. Okay. Let's listen in.
Settle down. You're jumping on him. Settle down. This boy's very slow. I mean, very slow. You can see it's punching you a mile on, but you're just bent up right into him. You got to settle down a little bit more and go to it and make him respect you a little more. So you got to fire back a little bit. He has no respect for you.
All right, we're going to show you what I'm talking about, these body shots, these slow-mo shots to the body. Watch these shots. Boom, right there. That's the one I'm talking about, behind the right elbow. Watch this again. Watch. Watch it right here. Coming up right now. Bang, right there. Boy, those hurt. These are punishing body shots. And then watch them come back right in there. Boom, right there. On the hip. Boy, this guy can really bang to the body. Duke Durden said to me, he said, hey, Colonel, you keep an eye on this guy because you're going to see one of the best body punches you've seen. And I saw Lizarraga fight about 10 or 12 fights ago, and boy, he has really improved. He's a terrific fighter, fighting out of the Gramosia gym there up in Northern California. Big right hand gets through. Well, you heard Emmanuel Stewart a little bit there telling Nacita, hey, you got to get busy. You got to take it to this guy a little bit now. But it's pretty hard when you're taking body shots like this. There he goes with a straight left right to the forehead, right back to the body. Look at how high Lizarraga holds those hands. It's a tough target to hit. And he has that movement. See the movement of his head and his body? Wow, this guy up on his toes, digs to the body again. Now, that was right on the liver. Look at these shots here. Now the referee tells him, Armando Garcia, hey, keep him up. Keep him up. Back upstairs. Bangs him again. Straight left hand. See, they're trying to be game, but boy, these body shots have got to take a toll on it. This is just round 2 and was scheduled for 12 rounds. But I'll tell you one thing. This won't go 12 rounds with body shots like this. Guy just can't take it. Double left hooks to the body and then back upstairs to the head. Look at this. I told you this might be a crowd pleaser. I expect Nacita to get a whole lot busier, or if he doesn't, Lizarraga is going to take him down with one of these liver shots, shots to the rib cage, because he's punishing him to the body. See the way the elbows have come in, and Nacita, he doesn't mean to have it there. He just can't take many more shots, as hard as these shots are to his rib cage. He's really punishing the body. And when that happens and those elbows come down, the head will open up and he'll come right back up with double hooks. See, Nacita's game. He's game. Lizarraga can counterpunch too. Notice the way he goes back and then he'll plant his feet and then he'll take off. See, right there, bang, he bangs into the body. Nacita's showing a little bit more bravado. He's doing what Emmanuel Stewart told him to do in his corner, and that's get busier, but he's paying the price for getting busier. He throws, oh, nice right hand snuck through there by Nacita. Nacita tries to come with the uppercut, but Lizarraga's in perpetual motion. Up on his toes, bounces left, back to his right, slides back over to the left, plants his feet, goes to the body, back upstairs with the left hook, wow, with the right hand past the nose of Nacita. Nacita continues to come forward. Nacita bounces back. You see him up on his toes? Lizarraga backpedaling, then he plants his feet. This guy knows how to punch. And again, it's Nacita that's making the fight right now. He's coming forward, and Lizarraga is punishing him with counter shots. He tries the dipsy doodle, and oh, a nice right hand gets through inside there. This kid is, again, not short on courage. And Lizarraga beating him to the punch. Every once in a while, Nacita gets through with a shot. But look at this. I tell you, Nacita does not want to stay in a corner. I don't care how brave he is. Oh, big right hand gets through. It didn't dump him. And another right hand, the uppercut. Digs to the body. He doesn't go headhunting crazy. He goes right back to the body. Nice finish to a good second round of action. The crowd likes it.
Relax and breathe. Close your eye. Nice and easy.
This is Jeff Promotion talking to him.
Hey, he backed you up a little too much. Open your mouth.
Hear what Jeff said. He's backing you up a little too much.
Right here.
Look at this action from the very end of the round. Look at how brave Nacita is, but look at the way Lizarraga beats him to the punch. Oh, look at that right hand spinning the head, then he digs to the body. Man, look at these shots. If this round was about 30 or 40 seconds longer, I think you would have had Nacita on the canvas for the first time. Oh, man, look at these shots. Big right hand. Back to live action now. We're at the Pompano Beach Amphitheater in Pompano Beach, Florida. I'm Bob Sheridan. You're watching U.S. Satellite Broadcasting and King Vision around the world, and we're glad that you can be with us, especially you folks that are watching the bars. The Miccosukee Indian Tribe Bingo Parlor in Miami, the Bella Vista Bar in Cedar Creek in New Mexico, and you people in the Mariscos del Atlantico up in the Bronx, New York. This is one you're going to like before it's all over. Lizarraga really giving a boxing lesson to welcome Nacita from South Africa. Welcome one and all. A little bit of a cut by the left eyebrow of Lizarraga. I think it's from the heads coming together. I didn't see any big blow, but Nacita sees the blood, and he is trying to go after it. But in the meantime, a right hand he just walked into bangs him with that left hand in the body. Digging shot to the body. I can't tell exactly where that cut is. One thing about Lizarraga, he's got one of the very best cutmen in the world working with him in Jeff Gramoja, so if that cut isn't too serious, it'll be closed very rapidly. It looks like it could be in a bad spot, though. We'll be able to tell you in between rounds a bit better. Right now, it's Nacita paying the price with body shots. He tries to come back game, but Lizarraga has that head in motion, very difficult to hit. You know, when Tyson was fighting at his best, he had this kind of movement. Just little slipping and just little side-to-side movement. In recent fights, Mike has lost that, going head-hunting himself and getting away from that. But Lizarraga, you just see these little slips, these little twists of the body, gets up on his toes, bounces around. The only danger is every once in a while, when he's feinting, he comes down with his head forward and the heads do come together. And Mike Tyson knows what that means, and so do these. Oh, big left hand by Nacita. He got Lizarraga.
Let go of the back of the head, Welcome. Let go of the back of the head.
Lizarraga can take a pretty good shot because he was nailed that time by left hook. Wait, I tell you, this is living up to what they said it would be, a tough fight. See him dig behind that elbow again. Nacita's some kind of tough, too. It's his 10th title fight, and he wants to take this back in the worst way. He told me, oh, right hand gets through by Nacita. Nacita having his best round. Lizarraga, the consummate professional, lays that left hand out there and tries to keep coming. Look at these guys fighting. This is what you call a terrific fight to this point. Both guys landing blows. Remember, Lizarraga has never been down in his career. And Nacita is on a 6-fight win string. He's looking pretty good at some stages here in the 3rd round. But Lizarraga is the man that can really land those body shots. You see more confidence now in the eyes of Nacita. You see him feinting and moving the trunk back and forth and sliding that head back and forth. Inside of 10 seconds to go now in the 3rd round. A pretty good round for Nacita. Oh, big shot again! Wow, they're loading up shots, and one guy and the other guy gets cut. What a terrific fight this has turned out to be. The crowd likes it, and they're applauding at the end of the round. And I love it.
He's won all of the rounds on my scorecard, but he's tired now. Understand? You got to push him pretty hard.
Head up to the ring, ladies and gentlemen. Have a hand for our next beautiful ring.
Well, in the U.S. Satellite Broadcasting System, they said, hey, why don't you show the ring girls? You know, a lot of guys that like fights also like girls. Well, I can agree with that. Here you go. Not a raised cattle, and I love hindquarters, but I haven't seen anything like that on the front. Listen to Manny talk to him now.
Straight to the inside.
See, Manuel Stewart.
Blocking at the same time. Short punches. That's all you got to do and push him back. Well, this man is getting tired now, but he's
I'm going to show you some good action now as Nacita takes his instructions. We'll show you how he follows them. Watch this action by Nacita. Good action by both fighters. Nacita lands that left hand, and you see it puts Lizarraga back on his heels. Emmanuel Stewart is talking to him, had some great fighters in his career, too. Tommy Hearns, Evander Holyfield, the great Gerald McClellan, Michael Mora, Oscar De La Hoya. Now he's working with Lennox Lewis, so he's a great teacher in that Clark gym up there in Detroit. Round number 4. I take a look at my scorecard, and I gave Lizarraga the first 2. I gave Nacita the 3rd, so this fight is dead even, basically. Nacita is starting to come on a little bit. And as I say that, he gets nailed by an uppercut, a left hand. He bangs him inside of the body, a short, crisp right hand inside. Lizarraga has hit him with some flush shots. Now he turns his back, and the referee Garcia says, okay, guys, get right back at it. This is going good. Look at these guys loading up shots. Boom, he cut that one up on the shoulder. Look at the way they load up these shots, man. Takes it on the ear. Lizarraga tries to cut him off as he slides to his left, does Nicita. Lizarraga goes right around, now he tries to spin him, but Nicita had no part of it. Remember, he's in his 10th world title fight. He's got some experience. As great as the ability of Lizarraga is, this Nicita had been around. This has turned out to be a tough fight. The way it was looking the first couple of rounds, I thought Lizarraga was just going to waltz through this thing. He's having his way right now.
Okay, let's go. Come on, break it up there.
My golly, you got to go back to Kennedy McKinney back in 1994 to see a loss on the record. This Nicita, then he wiped out Roberto Godoy in Sun City, South Africa, Carlos Rocha in South Africa, Peter Harris in South Africa. And look at the action here. These guys are really loading up shots. I think Nicita's winning this round, too. Boy, I'll tell you one thing. The crowd is into this, but they have no idea if this was in a bigger arena, the crowd would be going absolutely berserk. Or if this was down in South Africa, in Cape Town, someplace like that, or maybe out in Fresno, California, where they really like Lizarraga, the crowd would be going absolutely berserk because this is, hey, let me tell you something, on USSB, it doesn't get any better than this. These are two finely conditioned athletes in the peak of their careers, right around the age of 30, 31. They're in tremendous physical condition. And look at the effort they're putting out. And it is some kind of hot here. Look at these guys. Lizarraga comes on. Nicita comes back. As he slides across the ring, Nicita bounces one off the forehead, then whistles one past the jaw. Lizarraga comes in. They tie each other up, but their hands are free. Armando Garcia doing a nice job staying out of it when their hands are free, too, and letting these guys fight. Nicita has to slide down the ropes to get out of there. He doesn't want to stay in the ropes like this, or he's going to get banged. Look at this action here. Look at it. Time! All right, we take a look at these boxing gloves, and it plays an interesting role because Freddie Pendleton had a set of boxing gloves that were damaged. We're in the locker room now with Freddie Pendleton, and the Boxing Commission changed his gloves. And you see Freddie from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania originally, and now living in Miami, actually living in Miami for about the past 15 years. Albanani working on them. Those are the new gloves he's going to be wearing. So good job by the Florida State Athletic Commission to pick up the problem. And right now, we've got a real good fight going here. I thought Nicita came on pretty good in the 4th round, and I gave it to him. Watch Lizarraga coming back, nailing him with shots here. Comes on again. Oh, man, this is some kind of fight, I got to tell you. All right, here we go. This is round number 5. I'm Bob Sheridan. We're at the Pompano Beach Amphitheater in Pompano Beach, Florida. Beautiful little arena for boxing, and we've got some kind of card for you because these two guys, I'm telling you, I thought that they might steal the show at the top of this show. We've already seen one big surprise with the 3rd round knockout. Mauricio Pastrana, 3rd round knockout over Manuel Herrera to win that vacant IBF Junior Flyweight Championship. And this fight here had been a war from the opening bell. Body shots by Lizarraga, headshots by Nicita. Gave Lizarraga the first 2 rounds, Nicita the 3rd round, and just barely Lizarraga the 4th round. But look at the way Nicita continually tries to fight back. Neither guy has been down. A little bit of a cut by the eye of Lizarraga in the 3rd round, but with Jeff Ramoja in there, he's like a doctor. He can stitch up eyes better than most plastic surgeons, I'll tell you. Look at these shots by Lizarraga. What a terrific fighter he is. And when you see a guy perform like this, because he's performing against a guy in his 10th world title fight who is really tough. I mean, Nicita's a cagey fighter. He's doing a lot of good things, too. He slips a lot of punches. He slips and rolls. He turns opponents. He does a lot of good things. And most of all, he's got a tremendous heart. Look at these shots. Just exchange. Lizarraga stays on him. He's doing the right thing. What he should do is spin him into the ropes exactly like that, but get out of there. You shouldn't let Lizarraga stay on him like that. He should spin him into the ropes and slide down and get out of there. Get off the ropes. It's no place for Nicita to be. And now he waltzes him towards the center of the ring. One of the best guys that I've seen do that trick better than anybody is Evander Holyfield. He'll walk in, get inside a guy's punching power, hook his arm, and walk him to the center of the ring. Then he'll shake his arm loose real hard and get away. That's how you get off the ropes if you're being smothered. Look at these shots, digging body shots. That cut is a bit of a problem by the eye of Lizarraga. Digs to the body, but we're getting to the point where it won't make any difference because after 6 rounds, it goes to the scorecard anyhow, and it's not a dangerous. See that, as I was talking, that jab that snapped the head back of Lizarraga? Man, this is a good fight. You talk about guys working. You talk about tremendous athletes. You talk about great conditioning. You talk about heart, desire, and ability. These guys have it all. Unfortunately, in the United States, we just don't appreciate the little guys as much as we appreciate the heavyweights. I wish we could see more heavyweights fight with the intensity that these guys are fighting with, I'll tell you. Closing seconds of the 5th round now, and a very tough fight for both guys. Bell ends round number 5. All right, we're going to listen to Emanuel Stewart now.
6. Okay. We got the first going down the stretch there. Not big enough. You still let him not punch it too much. You got to try to punch, and you got to try to push it back. Short punches, and don't drop your hand in one shot when you punch it up. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You got to push it because he's throwing it around it. So you got to win the rest of these rounds. You got to go out and let the shot go and push the man back as you're punching. So let your right hand go more, okay? Okay. So get close to him and let the hook right hand go, and then you get to come back with a straight left after that. You understand? Okay. No.
All right, champ. You know, you're fighting fine, but you know you got to take it to the next notch now.
All right, let's watch this replay. Look at this uppercut. He catches him pretty good, but it doesn't seem to take any effect on him. Nice, another nice uppercut. You see what's happening now in that 5th round, although Lizarraga actually won the round, his opponent, Asita, is trying to get off first, and it's working for him when he does get off first. But you heard what Emanuel said? The key thing in that whole exchange in there was, hey, he's won every single round. Well, on my scorecard, I gave him the seat at the 3rd round, and I got Lizarraga winning 1 and 2 and 4 and 5. This is the 6th round. And I tell you, they're close 10-9 rounds. Lizarraga throws a lot of punches, and Nacita answers with just as many. But I think, in my opinion, in the rounds that I gave Lizarraga, more clean blows, and especially body shots, very effective body shots. Nacita has the heart of a lion. I tell you, this kid is really, really tough. Look at him load up the right hand. Lizarraga right on him now. These guys definitely came to fight us. Lizarraga with the white trunks and the green and red trim on his. Nacita with the solid white trunks. Nacita from South Africa came in here 40 and 2 with 21 knockouts. Lizarraga 33 and 8 with 5 draws in his record, 19 knockouts. Most of the losses on Lizarraga's career came in his first couple of years of fighting. And since then, he's just become a consummate professional. You know, when kids start out, sometimes they'll fight anybody just to take fights until they start getting managed properly. Lizarraga with Duke Durden is being managed properly now. And Tony Trudnick as well. Every time he gets hit, he smiles. Loads up the right hand, but Nacita just rolled with that. That's what Emanuel Stewart was telling me before the fight. Watch the way this kid will roll. And when he does roll with his head away from the right hand of Lizarraga, he does a nice job. Now there's blood. I think it's coming from the mouth of Nacita. There's blood all over his ear and everything, but I'm quite sure it's maybe his tongue is cut or he's cut inside the mouth. Nice right hand that time by Lizarraga. Oh, he loads up the right hander, whistles over the shoulder. He gets him inside with a short, crisp right hand to the left side of the jaw.
Shoulder there, welcome.
Look at the way this kid keeps fighting back, but he needs to get down off the ropes and get inside and walk off. And instead, he elects to throw a fake right hand, nail him, spun his head again. Lizarraga nailing him with some good shots in this, the 6th round of this fight. Boy, you think the accumulation of body shots, and now that he's coming upstairs a little bit, this is a bad place for Nacita to fight this guy sitting on the ropes. Lizarraga can hurt you to the body, and he can nail you to the head. Right on the jaw. Left hook behind the ear that time. Watch Nacita load up the right hand. Bang! Right there on the ear. Watch him again. He'll load it up again. He'll feint to the left, and then he'll throw the right hand behind that left hook. Now, Nacita finally get off the ropes, and that's what he should have done about 30 seconds ago. You see the time remaining inside of 12 seconds now in the 6th round. Lizarraga having a real good round here, loading up shots here. I don't know how many more rounds Nacita can take this kind of punishment without going down. This kid will not go down. Look at this. Another terrific round of boxing. That one's definitely Lizarraga's round. Let's listen in the Welcome's Corner again.
6 rounds going by now, right?
Yes.
Okay, we got to go on down to the last half of the fight now. You got the guy trying to step out, but you got to take a little bit more control, okay? Because he's tired. You got to throw a lot of punches, but you're letting him get off too much. You got to try to push him back a little bit and back him up if you can a little bit. Okay, you got to try to take him back a little bit. Because he's throwing a lot of punches, but still, you're not taking advantage of it enough. Okay, so he's got to fight this.
We'll show you what I mean about a seesaw battle because we've got some early round action by Nacita. Watch, he catches him really good. Now look at him, he smiles at me. That doesn't hurt me, he says. And it didn't seem to hurt him at all. And now we'll show you some late round action by the other guy, Lizarraga. Look at this, at the closing bell. Look at him loading up these shots. Wow, here we go, round number 7, Pompano Beach Amphitheater. I'm Bob Sheridan. You're watching U.S. Satellite Broadcasting and King Vision around the world. Hope you're enjoying it wherever you are and that you're nice and warm and tight. Especially you people up there in the North Country. It's very, very warm down here in the cool weather up north of the United States. You can probably appreciate how hard these guys are working. It's like a July day down here in Pompano Beach. The very tip of Florida, the southeast portion for you people that are watching around the world inside the east coast of the United States. It's broiling down here. Nice right hand gets by and nails Lizarraga. But as Lizarraga just not showing any effect. See that elbow coming up and setting it up? Referee's going to say something about that because Nacita's getting a little bit fatigued at times and he's starting to do some strange things. Watch that elbow come forward again. Instead he goes with a jab to the head of Lizarraga. Now right now at this point in the 7th round, this round is even. And Lizarraga is really got to keep control because Nacita wants to do what his corner man, Emmanuel Stewart, told him, that turn up the pace, and he is turning up the pace. Lizarraga goes into a defensive mode of kind of taunting him a little bit with moving that body around. But he's taking some serious shots. This is the best round of the fight for Nacita. I gave Nacita the 4th round, but he's having a better 7th round than he had 4th round. But now watch Lizarraga start to come back in the midway point here of this, the 7th round. And this is the way it goes. It seesaws back and forth. Now, is Nacita punched out for this round? We'll find out, because if Lizarraga can land one big blow, this guy could go. He's expended an awful lot of energy, has Nacita. Lizarraga stays right on him, but look at the way Nacita keeps throwing punches. Boy, are these guys in great condition. 7th round action. There's that digging body shot behind the elbow, and Nacita cracking right hand on the ear. This has been a tough war through 6 and well into this 7th round now. Lizarraga tries to load up that right hand, but really hasn't landed it flush there. Back to the body shots, and he works his way up the trunk of Nacita. Nacita just stands there flat-footed and lets him do it. He tries to counter to the body of Lizarraga, but he just can't hurt Lizarraga to the body at all. Lizarraga, I'm surprised, hasn't hurt him more to the body. He'll bring those elbows in when he nails them in those ribs. His ribs are going to be really sore tomorrow, I'll tell you that. Now watch Lizarraga try to nail him with the right hand to the head. He goes with the left hook and just glances it across the nose. He wants to load up the right hand. He's trying to sucker him in. And he's moving his body off the left shoulder now of Nacita, and he'll throw that right hand when he gets the chance. There it is, right there, right on the ear. And I can tell when he's going to do that because he moves his right foot just outside the left foot of Nacita. And look at these shots here. He's loading up again in the closing seconds. Just the way into the last round. Nacita had a pretty good first half of the round, and it was all Lizarraga, and Lizarraga landed the heavy blows that the judges will be looking at. I got to give that round again to Lizarraga. There's that cut. Listen to Jeff Gramogen as they work on that.
We're coming down the stretch with this guy. You've got to hit him 2 times in the fucking body. And don't let him steal the play. He's trying to punch with you in the body. Start hitting him hard in that body.
All right, you see the body shots here by Lizarraga, but it's Nocita who loads up that big right hand. Watch the double right. One there, and watch this again. Boom, right there on the ear. That was in the early going of the round. Then Lizarraga came back and totally controlled the last almost 2 minutes of the round. Here we go, round 8. Hey, I said this could steal the show. Oh, tell you, you know, it's just started to drizzle outside there. We're undercover, but out in the crowd, they got a little drizzle and nobody's moving. This fight's too good. They don't want to miss it at all. They're covering up a little bit as the bit of rain comes down, but these people aren't going any place. This fight's too good. I'd get wet for this one myself. Bob Sheridan here. You're watching U.S. satellite broadcasting in the United States of America and around the world, King Vision. They've joined forces, and you're going to see a lot more of this. Look at these guys work. 8th round action. This is scheduled for 12. This is the 126-pound featherweight division. Nice uppercut by Nocita. It's amazing. He's hit some really flush shots to Lizarraga, and Lizarraga just won't go. It's no wonder this guy's never been down in his career. Both of these guys are tremendous shape. Nobody wants to give this thing up. And, you know, this is the kind of fight that really nobody should lose because they're working so hard. But Lizarraga is well out in front, in my opinion, in this fight. Nice left hook. A little bit of a low blow there, but it was away from the referee who's doing a nice job, Armando Garcia, because this is a tough fight. Look at these guys in there. Another little bit of a low blow by Lizarraga. In spite of the fact it's accidental, it's still a foul, but the referee hasn't said much about it yet, or anything actually about it. Look at that. Crack coming in behind that left ear. Lazy right hand. Now he's trying to load up inside, digs to the body, and the city keeps throwing punches. Look at this. He doesn't want to fight in here. He should slide down the ropes now or go in and walk him away. But instead he does it with his hands again. Boy, this Nocita has a lot of confidence in his own ability. Tell you one thing, he has taken some severe body shots and he's holding up. I don't know how the body can take these shots. Oh, he loaded up that one and it whistled right past the right cheekbone of Nocita that time. Lizarraga trying to land a big right hand in here. Let's see if he can do it. Comes upstairs. They're a little punched out right now, but he needs to take a step back, get some room, and load up. See how arm weary he is with that right hand? His mind said let it go, and his body wouldn't let him because he's really arm weary. Right now, Nocita has a chance because Lizarraga can't throw some real hard blows. See, he wants to. The mind is saying throw, throw, throw. A lot of time left. Oh, he catches him with a right hand, a looping right hand, though. It's amazing that he's got this kind of accuracy. Welcome Nocita certainly has taken a lot of blows, but he's still fresh enough to hold up against this guy. His legs are wobbly, though, and I wonder why they haven't been more wobbled before this. Closing seconds now in the 8th round. Another Lizarraga round. Boy, this is really a tough fight. Nice round of action for Lizarraga again. We're in the dressing room of Andy Augusto. The state of Florida does not like the way they're taping the hand, and they're saying it's an illegal wrap according to Florida rules. They're not stopping wrapping, and it could be a problem here because you can only use so many feet of gauze and so much tape, and there's specific rules to the exact amount that you can use. But Felix Trinidad Sr. is continuing to wrap, and the Florida boxing officials are right there, and they're threatening to not let him fight if they don't re-wrap his hands, and Felix just continues to wrap. We'll watch the story for you, though, folks, as we get ready to go to the 9th round for the vacant IBF Featherweight Championship, and this is a good one. Hector Lizarraga to the right of your screen with a green and red trim on his white trunks, taking on the pride of, well, I suppose, East London, South Africa. It would be the closest place to Dunsunse, South Africa, where he's from. I'll tell you one thing, he wanted to take this back and dedicate this fight to Nelson Mandela. If he doesn't win the fight, President Mandela, all I can say is you've got to be proud of this kid because he fought his heart out for you and all of South Africa. But this is still anybody's fight at this stage. I've got Lizarraga on my scorecard up in front by about 4 points, but you've got the 4 rounds to score yet. A little bit of cut by the eye of Lizarraga way back in the 3rd round. The corner's done a nice job. Nice sneaky left hand inside. Lizarraga getting hit more in the last couple of rounds, but he's doing a lot of hitting as well. Look at this guy, toe-to-toe, right up against the ropes. This is a tough fight, man. Okay, I've broadcast a lot of fights in my career over 25 years, and you don't see looping right hands like that and then see the guy get nailed and then come right back. Look at the determination on the face of Lizarraga when you get that tight shot. Look at the determination in that fight. Man, you hit me, I'm going to gut you, he says. And look at that. Nacita instead tries to get him, and Lizarraga backs him into the ropes again. Nacita keeps bobbing and weaving, but it doesn't do any good.
Hey, no punching,
They
no
have
punching.
got to
Let
be
him up,
fatigued. Halfway through this, the 9th round of a very, very tough IBF featherweight championship fight. Talk about championship fights, it doesn't get any better than this. The best boxing on TV is on USSB, and we're glad to be here. USSB and King Vision in Pompano Beach to bring it to you. The IBF 126-pound division, and watch Lizarraga with this Nacita with his back to the ropes. Both guys working hard. Nacita usually has been throwing punches to come off of those ropes instead of sliding one way or the other. He just fights like a bull. Look at this guy. Lizarraga measures him with the left hand, lets the right hand go. He's trying to set him up for another big right hand, the overhand right that time. But Nacita, when he gets hit, just keeps fighting back. Lizarraga is frustrated. Hey, I'm nailing this guy with shots to the body, shots to the head. I'm banging him on the shoulder, to the side of the head, to the chin, and he won't go. What he needs to do is take a step back and nail him with an uppercut. Surprise him with something different. But look at Nacita fight his way back off those ropes. This is not textbook boxing. I don't think Manny Stewart wants him to fight this way, but that's his style. He's just a very tough kid. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. Lizarraga has hit him with everything, and he won't go. Neither fighter has been down. Closing seconds now of the 9th round. Oh, man, what a nice round of boxing.
You guys are too slow
Well,
getting
I'll tell you, as good as the fight is, the weather is here. This is beautiful South Florida. The aerial shots for tonight's show are courtesy of the Goodyear Blimp Stars and Stripes. You know, it's based right here in Pompano Beach, Florida. It was back in 1979 when the first Goodyear Blimp called its home Pompano Beach, and the name of that blimp was the Enterprise. And this is our long shot here, the Pompano Beach Amphitheater here in Pompano Beach, Florida. I'm Bob Sheridan. You're watching the U.S. Satellite Broadcasting System. The best boxing on TV is on USSB. Be sure to catch the only daily boxing news update every day on USSB Channel 900. And by the way, the next big event on USSB is the Spice Girls Wild, a concert from Istanbul. And that'll be January 17th, 1 week before the Super Bowl. Best boxing on TV is on USSB. Hey, and I believe that watching this fight. All right, this is round number 10. Scheduled for 12. And we look down at Nacita's record. He's gone 12 rounds, but you have to go back to April of 94, and then prior to that, April of 92. Again, this is his 12th, 10th world title fight, so he's used to going to 12 a few times in his career. In 91, he went the distance on 3 different occasions, and they did it again in 1990. So this is not a strange territory for him. But Lizarraga is in his first world championship fight, but he's gone 12 rounds when he fought Cedric Mingo back in 94 in Atlantic City, and Gabriel Castro 12 rounds in Las Vegas in December of 94. So this is not strange territory to him either. And both of these guys are in such great shape. It's just no wonder nobody's been down with the shots that have been landed. Lizarraga, I think, has landed more. There's no doubt in my mind he's landed more. But I'll tell you one thing, there have been some tough rounds when Nacita has really tagged him on a few occasions, too. This is a good fight. 2 really, really good boxers. Nacita won't take no for an answer. He won't get off the ropes when this guy comes in. He won't slide one way or the other. He chooses to keep his hands free and box. And this is what it's all about. Now the rain is really starting to come down good outside there in the crowd. We're all covered up here, and the fighters are plenty warm with these lights. but a little bit of a buzz in the crowd with the water coming down pretty good here. It's a tropical rain, so hopefully it'll get over in a hurry. Look at these guys exchange shots. Lizarraga, look at the look in his face. Well, now you see his face. But Lizarraga has a look in his face. What do I have to do to drop this guy, he's saying. Look at him. Toe to toe, head to head, cheek to cheek, fist to fist. And fist to jaw, fist to head. Look at this. Why these guys are tough. Bores into the corner again, does Lizarraga, and now he comes up, bangs him with the right hand, spins the head around, and he just keeps throwing punches. Lizarraga has a look almost of frustration on his face. What do I have to do to dump this guy? Nacita's not thinking that way. He keeps throwing punches. You see the time remaining, inside of 22 seconds to go in the 10th round. Lizarraga is just throwing more punches, landing more, but there's a big mouse on his right eye. He's a little slit by the left eye. Did a great job. Every once in a while, Nacita gets one thrown, blows up the right hand, bangs him to the body again. Both guys have landed punches in this exchange. The referee thinking about stopping it right now. He better answer. Big shot at the end of the round. A big left hook landed by Hector Lizarraga. Boy, is this kid a good fighter. I don't know if you appreciate it when you're watching it, but I'll tell you one thing. I really enjoy it. Let's listen and see what the doctor says.
No, you're going to stop it? Yeah. You want to stop it? Yeah. You don't feel so good. I'll just stop that.
I think they're going to stop this thing.
Hector, goddammit, get your own neck. Go and get it. You get it. That's too strong.
That's it. The fight's all over. They have stopped it.
Let's go.
It's over. It's over. The fight is over. They don't realize it in the corner. And now the celebration begins for Lizarraga, who is the brand new IBF featherweight champion of the world. It'll be scored as a TKO after 10 rounds. Hector Lizarraga wins the vacant IBF 126-pound championship. Well, Emmanuel Stewart asked his fighter if they wanted him to stop it, and the fighter himself, Nacita, said, yeah, I can't take any more. And he took a series of real good headshots. The fact of the matter is, whether it was a referee or Emmanuel Stewart that made the decision, it was a proper decision because I think Manny realized that Lizarraga was way out in front of this fight. I could have scored 99-92 with 2 rounds to go. Why should Nacita take any more punishment? This guy will be back to fight another day. Super job by that guy in red, Jeff Gramoja, keeping that cut shut. Just a great, great victory for Hector Lizarraga. All right, watch this. Lizarraga just loading up shots here at the end. Just a brilliant fight. A little bit earlier in the round. And here's the end of the round action. Wow, look at this. Look at the shots he takes, clean shots. Now, the referee at this point was thinking of stopping the fight because at this stage, Nacita's not answering anything, and he's really getting tagged. And there the referee goes in, but that's because the bell sounded. Look at the shots. Watch the way he loads up. Look at those left hooks. Another left hand, the right hand to the ear. Light shot there. Big, strong left again. See the referee looking in? Loads up the right hand, and finally the bell sounds, ending it. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. We're going to get the official announcement from our ring announcer, Jimmy Lennon Jr. He's all set up there, so let's go to Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, this bout has been stopped at the end of round number 10. A referee in charge, Armando Garcia, stops the contest on advice of the corner. He's the winner by way of technical knockout, and he is the new IBF featherweight champion of the world, Hector Lizarraga.
we're going to have Hector Lizarraga over here momentarily. The still photographers getting him in the shot. A brilliant victory for him. A great job by their entire corner. Getting a few more shots. We'll take our time. It's okay. We'll take our time and we'll get him over here. All right, we're all set to go. Hey, the first thing I got to do, we're on this camera right up here. Hector, slide right over here so they can see you. Super, super job. You know, I haven't seen you fight in a couple of years, and I don't know where the improvement came from, but absolutely sensational job in there. You just outboxing tremendously.
The improvement came with a teamwork. All my team, you know, and myself. This job will be done without all my team. Jeff Morsha, my trainer, Hector Lizarraga, my co-trainer, Tony Duke Durden, and my manager, Jim Piper, right here. I mean, all this will be done without their help, and this is a teamwork.
Well, I'll tell you one thing. These guys know something about featherweights because Big Jeff Gramoja and Duke Durden and Tony Trudnick, they know something about him. They had a guy by the name of Boom Boom Johnson. And I got to tell you one thing, Hector. You look every bit as good as Boom Boom in some of his fights. You're a tremendous champion. I'm just so pleased with the effort that you had. You're in tremendous shape. You're a little mouse here, a little slit over there, but Big Jeff, one of the best cutmen in the world.
Well, it's part of the business. You know, I knew that this could happen, and I was ready for it. And thank you for comparing myself to Boom Boom Johnson. He was one great champion. He made 12 defenses, and I hope I do as many as he did with my belt.
Well, Hector, let me ask you this. This kid was some kind of tough. Were you frustrated at any stage? I mean, if I were in there banging him the way you did, that you just couldn't really knock him down.
Well, I knew that he was going to be ready for, like you said, right there, I was working to the head and then coming out to the body, because I knew I was going to get him weak to the body shot.
Well, look at this at the end of the fight now. This is the last round. Look at the clean shots you're hitting him with there.
Yeah, like I said, he was ready. He was ready to go. So that's good that he get back, because in the following round, he was going to go down, definitely.
Now look at these finishing shots. The referee right here, well, as he steps in because the bell sounds, but I got to tell you, Hector, as you watch it again, just watch it again, describe it.
Look at those. And like I said, I was mainly working on the body shot to slow him down, and it worked. In the first round, I slowed him down with the body shot, and I was coming up to the head. So, like you said, right there, boom, he was ready to go.
He certainly was ready to go. You know, I said going in that this could be one of the best fights of the night. Well, so far, it lived up to everything they told me. Jeff Gramoja told me that you had one of the most punishing body shots, and you did. Were you surprised his hands didn't come down more so you could hit him with more clean head shots?
Well, the body shots, those are my favorite punches, the body shots. So it wasn't any problem hitting him with body shots. And we work at the gym to go to the body. And like I said, especially those are my favorite punches, the body shots. And I knew sooner or later he was going to give up, because those body shots were pretty clean.
Well, Hector, all three judges had you way ahead of the scorecard. It would have been a unanimous decision for you. Congratulations to you, Duke Durden, Tony Trudnick, Jeff Gramoja, your whole corner, your whole team, your wife, everybody that's here. Certainly congratulations. I'll give you a chance to say one more thing.
Well, the first, the guy or the person I have to thank this guy that gave me the opportunity and the strength to win this belt, and then my team. This was a teamwork after, you know, God gave me the opportunity. And I just want to say hey to everybody back in Fresno, my friends and my enemies. So I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.
Okay, Hector, more action coming right up, so you stick right with us, folks.